go.
Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. On the return, it's Tristan Edner from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Back to Montgomery on second down. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45.
Mind you, I've never played with the Cowboys. Wait until I get a feel for this defense.
Big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the 50, here's Fields. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception.
Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of his.
From that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances.
Nice.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. But their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's Trayvon Diggs making a big play there for the defense.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Okay.
So in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration.
I wasn't even playing.
That one behind the line of scrimmage.
How to get the dogs?
Now before this
What'd you call
second down
timeout?
play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
This is our last chance.
Play action. It's Fields. Going for the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard because their quarterback's got to wake up and start
Yeah,
reading
it was
defense
Diggs
a heck of a
again.
lot
What do you
better
expect?
after throwing his second interception.
Yeah, Justin Fields sucks at throwing the
Set
ball.
for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play. He's got a man complete. He's at the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys.
Well, this is exactly where I
He's still better than Justin Fields.
Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
That's the thing, I don't know either.
Touchdown. Here's Marr to kick it away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Simeon.
I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
There's a reason why he's no longer in the NFL. Or might as well not be in the NFL.
Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Taken right around the 44. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
Back at it again with the white ball.
The Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Simeon's throw there, hauled in by Claypool.
Oh, no.
Past the 20. Touchdown. Chase Claypool. 79 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies.
I don't want it to be as bad as last time, buddy.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 out the
That's a
gate.
valid point.
88 and out the gate.
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's
There's
done.
people that play a lot better than me out there.
Touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
I have gotten my ass kicked.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. About
All right.
set for this next drive
You
by the
asked for it.
Cowboys offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when
And you
they
still
do.
couldn't stop it.
And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that.
Because I went that way.
I'm not
I
sure
let
this
you
drive's
stop
gonna
it.
end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And a
Oh, no.
dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel.
Damn.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else they just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Prescott off play action. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Going with their tight end on 4.
No.
Not sure he got
That's okay.
there. Did they stop him? They did.
Yes.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. 40 yards.
Montgomery who? Montgomery who?
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Dalvin ain't going to them.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and
He's
3.
going to Miami.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery.
That won him, and he wants to go to. He's from Miami.
Maybe the 12-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert.
I got a better chance than the Cowboys.
Plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Alrighty. Let's get it on.
this one too low. Maybe a little
Sometimes you gotta
anxious
let
in
the
pocket
computer
there.
do
He
its
just didn't
work.
look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
That's when you take off and run with it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Pulled in at the 24. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Prescott yet again. This is caught. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is
What's
right
up,
in
y'all?
the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Dorrance Armstrong just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is
I
certainly
told you,
moving in the wrong
if you're going to
direction.
run, you better
This is
use
certainly a case where
Justin
one team
Fields.
needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
I ain't calling game just yet,
So they
bud.
throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the
Don't worry, you
end
haven't
zone
fumbled
here.
yet.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over?
Yeah, if you want to run, you better use Justin Fields.
To try again after the sack. Simeon. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson.
I'm making Dak look good.
And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And he pushed it right. It's no good.
Okay. Okay.
Now he's back out
all
there
right.
to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Probably a good call.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make
Run on the ball.
180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on
run it
you
again.
this patch. We need you to get us back on
There you are.
track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the
No, you're
ball
not.
in
You're
the
passing
hands
it.
of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get, and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession.
Maybe you should just stop passing it his way.
Give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who are getting 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
It's a gain of 35. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Play action now. Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the
Jaquan
football
Brisker.
here at their own 23. Charles,
That's a
not
new one.
only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually
Should be
thinking
Jaquan
points,
Brisker.
No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting
Running the
3.
ball.
We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Still running the ball.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Claypool. Touchdown.
That was an RPO.
Chicago.
That was luck.
Chase Claypool. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears
Oh,
get
yeah?
a bit closer.
What was the name of it?
Now the
That's
point
not what
after
I
try for
use. I don't use
Santos.
tight end attack. Never.
And the lead is
Oh,
down
well,
to
that's
20.
cheating. Yeah.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
I'm also playing with a team I've never used.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like he's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4
Indeed it
touchdown
is.
passes on the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Marr now to add the extra point.
And I'm going to miss it again.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half.
I didn't mean to miss
an
it.
extra point.
I just hit the button too soon.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Yeah, well, it'll be all right.
Go, take it to the house.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Indeed it is.
And Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested.
His stats are inaccurate. It says 2 for 9 with 3 interceptions. That makes it 5 for 9.
Back to throw here. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Osa Odigizua with the effort there to earn the sack.
Odigizua.
Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the lock. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Michael Gallup.
Same play.
On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
You could have stopped that play if you used man coverage. That's all you need to do is start doing man coverage.
And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And a Pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
You got me.
And this will be
I was trying to get one more play into
Good
myself.
running gets him to about the 44. A final shot before break. Simeon. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
My ball.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Ooh, you went with 8 minutes a quarter.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Maybe.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. But they're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And he's got a man complete. The 30, the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got a...
I don't get mad.
Not only that,
I
he's
enjoy
got
it.
some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble.
The only time I start to get mad is if I lose multiple games in a row.
And we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
If you beat me 4 times in a row, then I'll get mad.
Dak's going to keep it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from going up by 40. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. The quarterback will keep it himself. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Says
Fields
who?
the squib kick right around the 30. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession.
Told you to quit throwing to him.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent deep.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. To throw is Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott being chased, and he's going to go down again. Dominique Robinson. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
They show run with
Dak will never be Lamar Jackson.
On 1st down. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Pollard again. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Pollard will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Not even giving me the option.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. They'll fake it. Now Simeon. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30. second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field,
pick your play and shut up.
Just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Let's get this game going.
For their next drive, the Bears offense. They start near midfield.
I mean, yeah, but that's not the point.
As they begin 1st and 10.
I'm trying to hit 70 points by the end of the game.
49, a 3-yard pickup. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You don't have to let me.
Right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series to be leading by this much with so... It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that
it's coming, right?
At the 25. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just...
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Cowboys add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. And Can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect.
Yeah, that's awful T.Y. Hilton, though.
If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching?
Clearly,
right
you're
now?
wrong.
Let's hope this one gets over fast because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Michael Gallup is better.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better.
Nice,
as the game
good job.
goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun
Good
out there, doesn't
job.
it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And this will be caught at the 30. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And again, it's Prescott. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams doing so.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his pass is caught. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they
No,
had
he
2
wasn't.
more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Off of play action, Simeon. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead, they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A give. This is Montgomery. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. A very good return that time. 18 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Third and long for Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
How to get one more big one in there?
Get this down near the 35-yard line.
Absolutely, I do.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago,